Hi, this is Farrell, the disembodied voice over these Robot Todd pages. This is page 13 of issue 3. And if you stick around to the end of the video too, I have another quick little thing about the SEPT and EMBER book and then the print. I'm working on the SEPT and EMBER print. But for now, this is the page of Todd where SEPT is released from the little prison that she's in the SEPT and EMBER book. That we see how she gets in there, and it started in the second issue they're separated, and in the third issue they're reunited here. And the little SEPT and EMBER book is like scenes in between the first and second issue and the second and third issue. Well, it's actually there's a scene before the first issue, before Todd meets SEPT. The Robot Todd comic, I pretty much did the same way. I do these as 4-panel pages, and the SEPT thing I just did as like single panel pages. And then I photoshopped the letters and stuff on there. I hand did everything, but it was more of like an assemblage or an assembled things from different places, whereas these pages here of Robot Todd, if you've been watching these videos at all, you can see that it's pretty much analog. It is what you see on the page is what you get with the print or the internet version or whatever. The screen version is all done analog, except for the letters are still done by hand, but I usually clean those up in like Photoshop and stuff. And in the case of this particular page, I after I was done and scanned it, where you can see that I think there's one point in the video where you can see me doing them, but maybe not. Before I scanned them, as I was working on it, after I basically lettered them with a brush, feeling kind of confident because I had done a couple other pages, lettered them with a brush. But after I erased the pencil line, I just didn't like. I think because of the ink I was working with, it was a little diluted accidentally, and I just didn't like the quality of how it looked at the end. I'm being pretty nitpicky, but at the end, after I scanned it in, or not after I scanned it, I keep saying that, after I looked at it in the flesh, in the paper, I wasn't happy with it. I had erased the pencils, and I was like, eh. So I just kind of quickly, on a separate card, I basically just copied the letters with a Faber Castell Pitt pen, the size F. And then after I scanned the page in, I scanned it in the page along with the extra little letters, and then I assembled that in Photoshop. So I deleted the old letters off the page and just placed the new letters on the page. But they look pretty close, but I don't even know if you could tell the difference, but I could kind of tell the difference, so that's the important thing. Here I've already, you can see the little thumbnail up on the right-hand corner of the page there, and that was at the start of the video too. You have kind of like a closer up of that, and I just started with that, and I don't think I videoed me penciling too much. There was one little snippet you could see me actually penciling, but I mostly just did that off camera just because it's kind of easier for me just to sit in like a comfy chair and not worry about doing the video when I'm really trying to. I do a lot of thinking as I'm penciling, and it's hard for me to listen to music or anything like that while I'm doing the pencil part. But as I'm inking and coloring and stuff, like as you're seeing this right here, me do this. You don't hear it, but I'm listening to an audiobook, usually some sort of audiobook or a podcast sometimes, but generally audiobooks as I'm doing this kind of lettering or this inking and coloring, lettering-ish. Sorry, it's a little late in the day today, so I'm doing this like... here I just did... it's kind of a slower speed here, rather than doing the time lapse. I thought it would be fun just to do a quick little couple minutes of me coloring in SEPT's suitcase. And for whatever reason, I saved that for last. Usually as I'm coloring, I try to figure out like, okay, where's all the yellow in this page going to be? Like all the yellow in Robot Todd. and I'll go through each panel that Robot Todd's in and color all the yellow on him. The same thing with like SEPT, with like a suitcase, or her suitcase rather. Um, it's the red suitcase, so I just, wherever there's a suitcase, I use the red for all those things, do all that at once. And instead of just kind of bouncing around or doing panel by panel, I like to do like figure out which like, okay, where's all the blues going to be? And then I'll do all the blues. And then after I'm done with all those initial laying down, I'll go back over and, touch up. There's a lot of like white paint on, white and gray on Todd's suit in this one, because I figured it got kind of dark as their adventure's progressing. If you've seen the couple of previous videos, I talk about how the light is changing as Todd's going from where he was to meet up with SEPT. So the deal is on this page, the page previously, SEPT broke out of the little cage that she was in. Where Todd broke her out of like the prism crystal thing that she was in, and he's kind of like reviving her. And I wanted the Ember character to go from, hey, hurry up and help her, she's dying, you gotta save her, to after Todd breaks her out, then he is pulling off her jacket to do this she has this little device on her back that is somehow tied into her life force or whatever. I didn't really think about this too much. It was just, I just kind of got an idea for the scene of Todd like breaking her out and then kind of fiddling with something on her back to kind of revive her, because like when she was in that prism, she like kind of like suffocated or whatever. So like the implication is, there's the finished page. The implication is that Ember is, or everyone on this planet, which is like future Earth, the world of the Wrenchies and It Will Hurt and all that, is some sort of like construct or mutant or, some kind of weird non-human. Like there's not really any like normal humans left. So you kind of have to have your, body altered to be able to survive in this world, right? So, so I just was thinking like, oh, SEPT or Todd can do something to revive SEPT. And I had it planned for like a lot more pages, but as I was drawing it, penciling it, I was like, I just want to wrap this up in this page, because there's a few other scenes that I want to get to that I could, instead of prolonging this like reviving thing, I wanted to do add those scenes in there. So, so this right here is a print that I'm going to have printed in next week or so. And it is for all of my Patreon subscribers that order a copy of SEPT and Ember. So I have this book coming out soon. I'm doing like a crowdfunder for it, and I've already met the goal. But if you want to pre-order a copy of this, you can get like an early copy before it hits stores and stuff in a few months. Just order it. There's going to be a link in the description. It's Fund Us September. And this print here will be just for the Patreon subscribers. And also, if you subscribe to my Patreon for the $2 or $4, you can get like a $2 or $4 coupon off the book. So basically, for 1 month of joining my Patreon, you can get, and you get the book. If you also get the book, it's $10 and shipping too. You can get the book for $2 off, so the Patreon subscription is basically free for that month if you get the book, and then you get that print too. And the print's not available on the crowdfunder; it's only for Patreon subscribers. And there's the finish. That's what it looks like. That's what it will look like, I guess. And here's a little my promo thing for SEPT and Ember. This comic. It's 32 pages, and that's including the cover and back cover and stuff. And there's like one panel a page. It's small. It's 5x8. But I have a bunch of text and stuff I added. And it's a tie-in to the story, as I previously mentioned. It's tie-in to Robot Todd. And if you just go to this Fund Us September, it's on Crowdfunder. You can order a copy of the book, and I'll do a drawing in it. That's another thing, too. By ordering the book through the Crowdfunder, you get a drawing in the inside front cover. Whereas like if you just got it in the comic store or something, you wouldn't be able to get that drawing unless you actually hit me up. So thanks for watching the video. I'll see you soon. Bye.